During the Vietnam War, Tony Nadal's personal creed kept him moving toward the sound of guns,
It was boom, 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 boom.
toward enemy soldiers,
They're throwing hand grenades at me.
and toward his own fallen company men.
We won't leave anyone behind.
Born and raised by a West Point graduate, that's all Nadal ever wanted to do.
There's a history of guys graduating from the military academy and doing the right thing.
For him, doing the right thing meant using his qualifications in Vietnam.
I was very clear as to what my duty was as a company commander. I was going to lead from the front.
His ideals were put to the test during the Battle of Drang in 1965. American troops were outnumbered by thousands. In Nadal's company, 17 of his 95 soldiers were killed. He remembers trying to retrieve a lieutenant's body from a creek bed in the middle of a firefight.
I find there's another soldier there who's still alive, and he also got left behind. And he survives. I get taken back to our front lines.
Later, Nadal got orders to rescue a platoon that was surrounded by enemy forces. As Nadal and his men moved forward, 3 standing on either side of him were killed by machine gun fire.
Why the Lord spared me on that given day, I don't know.
Later in the war, Nadal was moving through a rice paddy next to a soldier who was shot and killed. That soldier had passed on another assignment because he wanted to serve under Nadal.
And because of that, he died. And that hurts. Every time I talk about it, that hurts.
It hurts because Nadal believes, above all, in his duty to his own soldiers.
You've got to be worthy of your soldiers. I felt personally responsible for them.
When Nadal returned to the United States, he took what he learned in combat and sought to modernize the Army.
In training in special forces.
He got a master's in social psychology and eventually taught at West Point. At that time, he says, freshmen were still being abused as they went through the initial plebe system.
And I thought it was abysmal. It was the worst example of leadership. You couldn't treat a soldier like that and gain any respect from him.
During his time with the psychology department, Nadal chaired a study of the plebe system.
We wrote a study that just devastated that system. The West Point they see today and the way they treat the incoming freshmen, whatever, is derived from that study that I chaired.
In Nadal's Army career, you see a sense of responsibility, of taking care of others. He told me he'd like to see more of that in his own country.
What we don't have in this country now is a sense of I am partially responsible for him. We are responsible for each other.
For Veterans Voices, I'm Lex Gray.